Hey everybody, it's Stuart with Wine on the Diamond. Bruliam Wines is going to be the guest for this upcoming Pink Society tomorrow. That's right, tomorrow at 8 p.m. Central. The theme is Rosé and Charcuterie. Well, I got both here. Let's get started. Hey everybody, this is Stuart with Wine on the Dime. If you like today's video, then go ahead and subscribe to the channel, click that notifications bell, and share it with a friend. And also, don't forget to join us for the Pink Society Twitter chat tomorrow. Anyway, so today I'm going to be reviewing the 2020 Bruliam Wines Rosé of Pinot Noir. It's 13.4% alcohol by volume, and they were kind enough to send it to me before the upcoming event tomorrow. So, looking at this, it's just glorious. I have rosé, I have a nice charcuterie board, but on top of that, Bruliam went like a step beyond here. They actually sent me a handmade charcuterie board that's made with retired French oak barrels. But better yet, they sent me a really geeky tech sheet. So let's take a look at a few of the highlights. Brix harvested at was 22.3, pH is 3.28. Ooh, it's gonna be zingy. Fermentation, slow cool fermentation. It was around mid 60s. Yeah, around mid 60s. And wine was aged 5 months in stainless steel and neutral oak. So we shouldn't expect very, if any, oak elements on this. It's a 2020 blend of Pinot Noir juice from Sonoma Winery Partners. And it was bottled on February 6, 2021. So this is a newbie. Oh, and other thing is, each sparkly pink wax dollop was applied by hand. That's right, no machines there. I could go on into harvest and talking about the vineyard, but then this is gonna take way too long, and I really wanna get to this. So if this works, I can eat this, and I can pair them. Let's get going. I'm gonna open this bottle right now. As much as I love the charcuterie board, I do need to move it out of the way. So now the food's gonna taunt me. And I need to take this spec sheet and use it as my white surface because I'm still moving into my new studio and I still have like half the things to unpack and figure out what the heck I'm doing with this room. Anyway, so let's go ahead and look at the color. All right, so from a color standpoint, you are pale salmon, no artifacts, no cloudiness. Not only are you like, yeah, sometimes mentioned there's like a copper color that I see. It could be also labeled as a pale copper. Yeah, it's somewhere around there, salmon, copper, depending on, I guess, your discipline and where you are in the orange scale when you look at it. But let's get to the nose. On the nose, instantly getting a little bit of watermelon, a little bit of cantaloupe, a little bit of red cherry, slight touch of raspberry. Actually, that red cherry is really starting to pop now. There's a little bit of a citrus, like a nectarine. Is nectarine citrus or is it stone fruit? I can't remember. Anyway, I smell nectarine. I'm also getting a little bit of like a peach blossom. But yeah, if I kind of ruined some of my expectation by saying that it was stainless steel and neutral oak, but yeah, there are no oak elements in this wine whatsoever. It's just straight primary fruit. No hint of green, no hint of grassiness, no noticeable minerality on the nose, and it has a medium intensity on the nose. So let's get to the taste. There's my acid. Ooh, high acid. High acid. Oh. Yeah, so it's high acid. It has a medium body, going on a medium finish. Yeah, medium, maybe a little bit longer than medium, but not quite medium plus. It goes about 35 seconds on the finish. The intensity on the fruit is very noticeable. And I'm pretty sure it's because of that acid really bringing it up. But also the fact it has this nice body. It has a high acid, it has that medium body, the fruit intensity's there. If the body was weaker, then it would just be a really acidic, almost like, it'd be like acidic water with a hint of wine flavor. But the body is good. It could probably actually have more body and still be supported. yeah, in terms of all the fruit that I was getting on the nose, it's all there. One noticeable thing is that sort of nectarine type thing I was getting, really strong in the mid palate, really strong in the mid palate, carries the finish for a while. A lot of the red fruit kind of is a supporting role to that, and then the melon really kicks in the finish too. But everything is there, and I'm not like detecting anything new on the palate that I wasn't getting on the nose. But how does it rate? Let's get to the blick. From a balance standpoint, I think you're in balance. I almost want to ding you half a point there because I like rosés as solo drinkers. And I am also an acid fiend, so this works for me. If you're someone who's a little bit sensitive to acid, this is gonna be hard for you to be a solo drinker. But however, bring in a little nice charcuterie, meat, cheese, fruit, and to help cut that acid and balance it out. So if you're someone who doesn't like really high acid wines, but you still want to try this rosé, bring some food along with it to kind of cut that out, and that will help you out. But for me, I like high acid, full point. That was a long balance. Length, medium finish, half a point. Intensity, medium on the nose, pronounced on the palate. Gonna go ahead and give you a full point here. And in terms of complexity, this is gonna be a little bit difficult because you do have a decent amount of primary fruits. I'm not getting any secondary characteristics, and I'm not getting any winemaking notes in terms of like mallow. So I'm having a hard time with this because I don't quite know if you have enough to be considered a complex rosé, but do you need to be a complex rosé? With that being said, I'll give you half a point because you do have a good number of primary fruits. I would have liked some mallow. That would have given you a full point just because I think that acid could have supported the mallow. I really do think it would have kind of added a little bit more body to that wine, but also would have kind of given it a little bit more of that next depth. But if you're going for a clean wine, this is a clean wine, so no issues there. I'm going to give you good. I think this wine is a solid purchase if you go out and get it. And on top of that, I bet it pairs really well with food. As a matter of fact, let's try a little experiment. Oh yeah, this food and wine's not lasting long. Anyway, this is Mr. Stewart with Wine on the Dime. If you liked today's video, please like, subscribe, and comment. Have you had the Bruliam Wines 2020 Rosé of Pinot Noir? If you have, you're on a short list because there aren't very many of them and I just released them. But if you have, let me know in the comments below. And also don't forget to join us tomorrow for the Pink Society chat at 8 p.m. Central. That's hashtag Pink Society on Twitter. And I'll see you all again soon with another episode from Wine on the Dime. I'm gonna get fat.